Simon Holbura joins us. He's written a book called Faith Under Communism. We had a fascinating conversation off the air about how he grew up, what he had to deal with, and how tough it was to emigrate to the United States, and what changed and what he wants to pass on to people and what they don't understand about communism. Simon, your book is fascinating and the things that you dealt with. Let's talk about the village that you grew up in and what it was like.
Well, I grew up in a village where was nothing, just a dirt road, because the communists, they don't want to do nothing, just leave everything like that. They want to force the people to move to the city, not to live in the villages. And was very low life. That's why the people doesn't like it.
But in this remote village, you talk about no electricity, right, at one point?
No, they bring electricity like in 1965, 70, but in our home, they don't let us to connect to the electricity because we was Christian, and the Secret Service said, your house is lighted by Jesus, and you don't need our electricity. And after 10 years, when I put the paper, I said I want to go to America, and they give into us electricity.
Wow. So when you said you wanted to leave, they decided they would put it back in the house.
Yes, because that's what I put, the discrimination. It's illegal for a Christian to have electricity in the house. We have all connection. We pay everything. It was like $30,000. And the Secret Service said, you're never going to have electricity in your house. Call Jesus to give you some electricity. When I put the paper, and they was very mad, and fast they said, okay, you have electricity, you don't have to go in America. I said, thank you. I decided to go in America. And we'll start from there, we'll start the trouble and fight and everything. They said it's easy for us to kill you. You're never going to see America.
Wow. How frightening was that? Because you wanted to get to the U.S., and how scary was it to try to do that and worry about your family and worry about your safety?
Oh, I know. They told us lots of times, we're going to kill you. And I told them, it's not a big deal. I'm not going to be the first one. They kill lots of people. And I told them I don't change my mind. I want to go to America, and I don't like the communists like that because they don't let you do nothing. Absolutely, even offense. If you do it, why you do it? How come you have money? Everybody was poor, very poor, and was nothing. We don't have any store in the village, just a small store and a bar. That set was years and years till the revolution. They don't care about people. They care only to take your money, your tax, your things. You have to give eggs to the city, chickens, hogs, everything they come and took it from you.
And you talk about going to school and being, persecuted at school, and then when you get out of school, you work as a locksmith. How much did you make as a locksmith a month?
A month was like $75.
Wow.
And we work Saturday too. You have to work, and you have to work one Sunday a month too. For people from office, they don't pay you. Sometimes they pay, sometimes don't. All the time they took hours. We must have like 200 hours working, and they pay us like 180 all the time, 20 hours. They took it to pay people from the office because they don't have money. And with $75 a month to pay the bus, the train, everything was nothing. Lots of people, they crying, and women crying because they can't pay the electricity in the city. In the village, the people doesn't care, but it was very hard. Was no heat in winter time because they don't have money for heating. The life was going bad and bad and bad, and nobody cares.
Why'd you write the book? Tell us why you wrote the book.
When I came to America, in that time came in power in the United States, Ronald Reagan. When he became in power here, the communists slowed down because President Reagan was very wild against communists. And he called the Romanian president to stop killing people and don't mess with me. And he slowed down. And they let me come to America. And they said, you can go to America, Simon. We didn't kill you here, but we can kill you over there if you talk about us. And I came to America. I have 3 kids, 2 boys and 1 girl. They grow up. Now they are with family. I have 9 grandkids. And I explained to them about communist, socialist, how work, and why I emigrate, because it was very hard life. And my son is police officer in Gilbert, Arizona. And he said, Dad, why you don't write a book? Because I like my kids to learn about how is socialism, how you live in socialism. And they insisted to write a book for them. And I did. And now I like everybody to find out the truth about socialism. The socialism doesn't work. Work only for few people who's in power. When I live in communist, a major in Secret Service said, Simon, it's time for you to be a slave for me. You work and I stay. I don't do nothing. And that's why you are not going to go nowhere, because we need people to work for us. That's the socialism. Some people who's in power have good life, and the rest of them, nothing. Just poor, and they take everything you have from you to control you. And that's why I write the book.
Yeah, and so your family knows and understands, and how other people understand what it was really like. Then when you get to Oregon and you talk about your family and your grandchildren, so thank goodness you made that happen, and you've had a good life here in the United States, right?
Yes. I like America. It's a very nice country. It's very clean. I like it's very clean, America. If you go in the city, it's clean. The people, they are very educated. Nobody fight with you. Nobody yell to you. Nobody do nothing to me. Even when I don't speak English, I work. And nobody was mad on me or to say something to me. And communism, they are very rude. Everywhere you go, they talk very rude with you. That's why I like America a lot. And I never gonna think to go out, or it's a nice country.
Well, this is a great gift to your children to know more, and also for other people to understand what it's like to understand what it's like to grow up that way, and to have constantly somebody on your back, and knowing that there's so many risks to growing up, and to what happens when you speak out. And the book is called Faith Under Communism. Simon Holbura, thank you so much for coming on the show.
Thank you very much, because you take me in the show, and the communists put me in jail 5 times. And even I told them, if I go in jail 20 times, I am not going to quit. That's why I am here in America.
And good for you.
I hope all young people are going to read my book, and they're going to learn the truth about socialism. I didn't put anything fake in the book. Everything is original, 100%.
Simon, thank you. You can get the book on Amazon or Barnes & Noble or wherever great books are sold. Thank you.
Thank you very much to take me on the show.
So fascinating story, Simon saying that he wanted to tell his story and he wasn't worried what would happen. You heard him say he was in jail 5 times and the persecution he went through and how he really, really wanted to get to the United States. It is a fascinating read. And it shows you not to take for granted what we have here in the U.S. So we thank him for joining us.